Hey, what's up everybody? It's Stacy Storino. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place for entrepreneurs who want their content marketing to convert content consumers into paying customers. If you're an aspiring professional coach, be it a life coach, a business coach, or something else, I'm going to share with you a piece of advice that can help you make all of the difference in the world, not only when it comes to the branding of your business, but when it comes to how you hold yourself out in front of your ideal customers from now on. What's that advice, you ask? Stay tuned, because I'm going to show you how to become a professional coach that not only builds an audience, but amasses some serious street cred in front of them and channel support on YouTube, let alone, overall coaching-based brand support elsewhere digitally along the way. So that's why I created this video about how to stand out as a professional coach. But wait, before we go any further, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get the help that entrepreneurs like you need to succeed with content marketing that drives traffic to your business so that you can do more business. I recently did a video entitled Professional Coach Brand Secret Ingredient, and in it I discussed a surprising thing that will help your coaching career and your business's brand overall, but it's something that can be so inflammatory and sometimes uncomfortable to deal with at first blush. But if you know how to parlay it into something useful for yourself and the brand community you're building up, it can be magic, like practically nothing else out there. So if you haven't watched that video yet, be sure to check it out. That said, let's get more into the subject of how to stand out as a professional coach. Now, as we get into this, let me tell you right now, you need to be front and center. By being the right type of brand leader, even as a professional coach, you have a brand, you're a brand leader, but being the right type of brand leader, you can get members of your niche to become your followers, and then you can lead them all Pied Piper style to your digital ecosystem that you have on the internet and social media in order for them to enjoy your content, both free and paid on the regular. And having regular customers is the lifeblood of any business. Am I right? You know I am. So your business model as a coach, really, in order to have people discover your brand and then come to know, like, and trust you to build that KLT factor, as I call it, well, your business model will have you playing the role of a content creator. You need regular subscribers or followers. You need people to support you and your channel, your account, your group, or your page. You need people to consume your content on a regular basis so that you can stay top of mind with them more and more efficiently than your competitors. You need people to follow you and love you so much that you build up that KLT factor with them so much that sooner or later they're willing to buy your paid offerings, coaching packages, courses, even merchandise or merch. Because as I'm sure you know, if you don't make money from your business, then you don't have a business. You have a hobby. But to make the money you need to get the conversions you need at all levels for your business to succeed, you have to be a great brand leader to command the attention of the followers you already have and to earn more followers every day, week, month, and year over and above, again, the ones you already have, so that you build a community of brand enthusiasts who show up not just to learn from you, but to talk shop with one another about the main pain point that your coaching business revolves around solving. And you can do that by being a great brand leader. But this involves more than just you creating content and publishing it everywhere, I'll be honest with you. For one thing, if you have persistently and consistently been using social media content marketing to drive traffic to your YouTube channel and to your email list opt-in form that you showcase in the show notes or the video description down below, because you're mentioning that link and the freebie and or coupon that your content consumer can get for opting in, well, that's great. You're ahead of the pack already, so that's good. But if you're publishing to social media platforms tons of content, about your live streams and your other forms of digital content, but otherwise never or almost never give your audience no content or next to no content about you as the coach, as the leader of your brand, as the person living a real life after the live stream or their content consumption is over, like if you don't do this ever, well, that's not going to fly. Not today anyway. You could have gotten away with that years ago, but not now. Why? Because the very people you want to have consume your content, your millennials or Generation Y and Generation Z peeps especially, and lots of coaches want to market to those folks, well, they are a different breed of content consumer, an ideal customer than some Generation X and baby boomers are. The ideal customer that you likely want to attract wants to get to know you more. They don't want two-dimensional or flat, here's my advice, okay, I'm done, bye, everybody, kind of experiences. They want to feel like they know you. So again, that KLT factor is so key, and I talk about it on my channel all the time, but it's for a reason. People want to feel like they know the owner of the brand, the person behind the curtain. In this case, the coach on the face cam, the vlog, the education and how-to type video. They want to be a part of a relationship with you. They want to be part of your movement. And in order to feel like part of your team, they need to know who the leader is, and that's you. Why? People will feel kind of creeped out if they have no idea who you are or what you look like even. So trying to build up a coaching career by having, say, faceless videos on YouTube, faceless Instagram Reels or TikTok, especially all or most of the time, no good. So if you don't use a face cam when you do live streams, or you put up pre-recorded videos that don't show you like ever, members of your niche who are content consumers are not likely going to feel that they know who you are. They don't have anything other than a logo, out there to see. Well, you're going to feel very two-dimensional, very flat, very cold, and lots of people consciously and or subconsciously will not take to you very well. So replace your logo as an icon in your accounts with a picture of you if you have to, making eye contact with the camera and smiling so that people feel that you're open and friendly. A leader and a coach that they want to get to know, a leader worth following as an active audience member or ideal customer. People want to know the coach that's supposed to help them, the content creator who's providing them with content to binge on about their intersecting interest or the main pain point that they have that will at some point intersect them with a business like yours. In your case, a coaching business like yours. Even if in the beginning they know you from seeing you online and or on social media and or from your YouTube videos, well, that's a start. It's something. They want to see the whites of your eyes. They want to know who's the person behind the digital curtain or face cam. It helps them to make an emotional connection to you, your coaching business-backed brand experience, and you, not just as a coach, but as a regular human being too. Then they will be more likely to follow or subscribe, to attend more of your live streams, to support you or your YouTube channel, to opt into your email list, and sooner or later, buy from you in a variety of ways. If you're a shrouded, mysterious figure in the shadows, but hey, support me, folks, well, guess what? They won't. You might come off like a bot to them because they can't see your face or get to know you as a human being. And no, putting up pictures on your social media that have to do with your kids or your pets, but never or almost never you, is not gonna help past a certain point. Sure, your kids and your pets are cute, but that's not how to stand out as a professional coach, my friend. It's called step out of the shadows into the light. Stop acting like when it comes to content creation, you're in the witness protection program, okay? Really, your ideal customer can and should find you on social media. If you're smart about what you create, when you publish it, and how you optimize it to be found in search. Consult other videos on my channel to help you there. I've got lots of playlists on here, so subscribe to my channel and check it all out. But look, if your audience doesn't get offered on the regular a chance to know you, to see behind the scenes as you're creating content, to see what kind of personal life you have when you're not embroiled in like live streams where you're coaching and video editing and putting out videos for them, they're not going to feel an emotional connection to you and your content. And then today's viewer, they just won't likely spend to support you. And that's presuming if they hang around much at all. You need to increase that KLT factor. Trust me, your audience can't get to know you, like you, or trust you if you never ever show yourself to them as a real full-blown 3-dimensional human being and not some 2-dimensional advice-giving coach machine. That's not how you stand out today. You're not one of the OGs on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or the internet in general, right? You have to stand out, be a human, be a brand leader worth following, and that will help you more than you'll ever know to get an audience, get a bigger audience, build a real community to the point where you're actually getting the conversions you need for your business to succeed. So first, if you're not creating content on a daily basis on at least the top 2 social media platforms that your ideal customer is hanging out on the daily, you need to start doing that. And some of that content should be about you as a human being, as the leader that people want to get to know and follow, and why you're the right sort of coach for them. Review the other videos in the Professional Coach Brand Launch Series playlist that'll help you to answer the question that every potential customer has, which is, what's in it for me with your branding and your coach-based content creation from now on? Keep in mind that when it comes to creating content as a coach, you want a Maker Mondays sort of thing, where once a week, perhaps on Mondays in this example, it could certainly be a different day of the week, just stick with me here. But on Maker Monday, you always make a point of going live on Facebook and Instagram, let's say, and telling your audience what the upcoming live streams that you're holding are all about for that week and when to catch it, what videos you're releasing on YouTube. You tell them a quick story about you and why you're a coach, why you chose to create content, both free and paid, to help people just like them. Something, anything where people can connect with you live or comment and ask questions on the replay. Live streams are great on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, etc., all for extra algorithmic reach on those platforms like those. Sure, you're pleasing the robots, if you will, or the AIs or artificial intelligence that rule those platforms, but you're also pleasing the humans too, because they still prefer live stream content from their favorite creators, which is why the algorithms still reward you for holding them, because you're keeping people on the platforms longer. That's a super marketing win-win for everyone and everything. Second, you can take pictures or have others help you to take pictures or video of you preparing content, taking a meeting, talking to people on live streams, what have you. People want to see the coaching business owner, the coach, or the creator do their thing. They love behind the scenes stuff. What you think is boring fascinates more people than you could ever imagine. I'm serious. So stop hiding and use the best headshot of yourself against a white or a bright background as the icon or profile image for your platform accounts. And take the additional tips I'm about to give you right now to heart, okay? Because they're going to help you as you come to understand more and more how to stand out as a professional coach and why that sets you apart from the millionth person pretending to be Tonita Robbins instead of Tony Robbins, for example. Just keep in mind, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Put your time in as a brand leader and be prepared to be around and visible as a coach for a long time. Yes, the star of the show, no matter what type of discussion you're having in your content, even with your origin story as a coach, it's really your ideal customer, like I talked about in the video entitled How to Start Your Coaching Brand. Sure, you can take pictures or video of you doing your thing as a coach, and or content creator. It makes your business and brand overall more approachable, more human, more approachable to others, and that sort of content definitely can up that KLT factor. As I tell all my students, the higher the KLT, the better your income can be. The point is, whether it's lives, it's videos, short form video content like Instagram Reels or TikToks, it's a photo or some visual that contains you in it, it's an email that has an image of you in it, this stuff works a lot better when you commit to it being a regular thing. I promise you it works. It brings in followers, subscribers, and income one way or another, channel supporters, and then business supporters, because it wins over the public. So it's worth you doing, no matter how unnatural it feels to put yourself out there that way in the beginning. You can't just pop out of nowhere every once in a blue moon and expect people to get any KLT factor with you or your brand. It's not going to happen like that. Relationship marketing works when there's a relationship between people, your ideal customer and you as the coach, as the brand leader, that sort of relationship. People recognize a logo, sure, but unless it comes from an OG like, say, McDonald's or Nike, which, no offense, your business is not, people don't have like a personal relationship with a logo from someone and or a business, especially one they don't know. They need a person for that, right? To have a personal connection with and to build a relationship with, especially a coaching one. To build that relationship with your ideal customer over time so that they get to know, like, and trust you means that you're creating and publishing relationship marketing type content persistently and consistently. That features you as a coach, the creator and brand leader, so the public has a chance to become emotionally invested in you and everything you can do for them via your content, which they're more likely to consume. Not just because you pop up in their social feeds as a reminder that you and your content exists, although that helps, but because they care about you and want to support you, because after all, you're helping to support people just like them get out of pain and into pleasure. Never forget the brand experience people are seeking. It's all about them, but they have to know that there's a person behind all of that whom they can relate to, or all of this organic content marketing that you're doing. Even any paid ads that you might be running is going to feel really emotionally flat and might not translate into anyone becoming a brand community member or otherwise supporting your coaching business all the same. It's not an experience when there's not a relationship. So you're the coach and brand leader with that X factor that makes you different, but your difference is really all about serving them, your niche, in a custom crafted, unique way. And you're the unique and approachable person who isn't just a brand leader in some two-dimensional way, but a person worth following for your ideal customer who wants to follow you so that they get out of pain and into pleasure and they respect you. That's what makes all of this worthwhile for both sides of the equation. You both support one another in a supportive relationship and you both win. In the meantime, if you want more help in terms of distinguishing yourself from the crowd and increasing your trustworthiness in the eyes of your niche, I actually have a freebie for you to pick up called 10 Reasons Why You're Viewed as a Fake Guru and How to Gain Credibility and Customers Instead. And you can pick it up at don'tbeafakeguru.com. The link for you to score that freebie guide is in the show notes or the description down below. There you have it. This is my answer when it comes to the subject of how to stand out as a professional coach. Need more help? Be sure to check out these two awesome videos too, because they'll teach you great content marketing strategies that can also help to blow up your business. Enjoy.